What up, nerds? We have a bit of a special event today. We got Dragon versus Gamma Railgun in a 1v1, 12k on pillars. Ooh, I'm very excited. Very excited, very excited. Yeah, Gamma here on ANS. I had been doing some other things and they kind of pulled me away from that, so I wasn't keeping a close eye on what was happening. I think it's ANS v ANS. It might be ANS versus OSP. We're gonna see here in a moment. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, it's ANS versus ANS. Drop down here with Gamma, who has, wow, some big beefy task groups. Axfords 450, Axfords. Oh man, I'm not even in the right mood for this. Fuck it. We ball. We ball. 250s on the back to deal with little troublemakers, presumably. And a support Sarissa Reigns. Nice. Presumably has a spyglass in it as well. No, it's got a front line. Nice. Yeah, probably doesn't have the electricity for spyglass. Little team of sprinters. Couple little scout sprinters here for capping and counter capping. Got a couple voxels. 250 voxels with anti-missile tools. Sliver of Hope. Oh, that's probably an arming missile. That's a clever name for an arming missile. Some more, missile sprinters. Hybrids. With stupid names. Some H2s as well. Again, that's such a fucking goofball. And she's a legend. We've also got an Ewar Voxel, which is a new one. That's okay. That is a choice. That is a choice. And that's the Sorcerer's. Okay, so Gamma's fleet's kind of small, but it's beefy and it's expansive. They actually had... Oh, she's got one more ship than Dragon does, interestingly. Huh, I wonder where all the money is going in Dragon's fleet then. Never mind, I found it. What the fuck is this? Bro, what are you doing? This is very unlike Dragon. He's not much of a missile guy, because they're usually too expensive. Tends to be more of a, what's it called? A gun dude, a ballistics dude. But missiles and beams... Hybrids on. Oh yeah, we've also got a ton of spectators. Look at this. Look at how many people came out to see this. So Dragon, 450 Axford, Beamford, Missileford, plus beams. Also, he's got some Ewar on it and a couple of Auroras. This is fucking wiggity whack. I love it. ANS versus ANS is such a different beast than ANS versus OSP, and so it's really cool to see these weird point defense builds come out. Well, they're not weird, they're good. They're just weird for what we're used to at the current stage of the game. Whoa, what happened to you? Got RPF'd is what happened to you. Yeah, that's sprinter die to RPF. Coming off the backside here. Very nice, very nice. One cap, or two caps. A player A is still open. Dragon's not lost a sprinter, but he's lost a sprinter. Where were we going through your fleets? Okay, fighting voxels, a couple of beam boys, beam destroyers. This could be very menacing. There's a voxel down here. The Trista's taking a little bit of 450 fire at extremely long range. Damn, how are you getting that scout? And then god damn it, there's too much going on. There's too much going on. Everybody stop playing the game. We got some support Ewar frigates. And then these. Okay. Is that who they're talking about? The Gamma doesn't have the, Alright, so we'll have the IRC here of everybody, and I'm gonna stop being involved in that because it's severely disrupting my ability to cast. The Gamma's Death Ball here, moving on to Alpha. Oh my god. Both packs moving on to Alpha. This is a whole lot of firepower. But I think Dragon's gonna get this flank off over here, cap, echo, and then hit this from the side. This is certainly the weaker of the wings. This team right here is really fast and agile, but doesn't have a lot of survivability, especially when hitting the side as it's about to be. Taking a little bit of 450 HE, no lands. But you always gotta be worried about that fire coming down the field. Of course, this Axford is taking counter battery. It's locked too. Oh man. Is Gamma's YOLO play just gonna work out? Gamma, and she knows this as well, does not have the micro that Dragon does. I mean, nobody does, if we're being completely real. But this, like, mega death ball might work out. We'll see. Yeah, putting some dents on that bullseye. If she can knock out that bullseye, that'd be very helpful. Ooh, what are these? What are those? H2s and H3s fired in the same volley. You love to see it. Oh, a lot of RPF and Sarissa coming out, though. Gonna neuter this volley pretty effectively, I think. Yeah, just one gonna go through and it's gonna get auroraed. Jamming going down the field. And the problem with her fleets being balled up like they are is they're going to be really, really weak to getting jammed out. And I have a feeling once Dragon starts getting all his little support frigates into position, that's going to happen. I got the Solari coming around the backside here. Oh my. Yeah, this is just waggling its ass around in front of, or behind rather, Gamma's fleet. Try and get it to flip and burn. It's gonna, yeah, it's spotted. It's spotted. Alright, what are they doing? About it. And they're rotating a little bit, but I think they're mostly just trying to keep nose on to this part of the map. She might be concerned that there are more ships that are dragging up there. And this scouting, oh man, incredible scouting. Off the Solare, flying through here, seeing all these vessels. The Vigilance probably also sees it. But unfortunately, almost nothing being seen from Gamma. Just this Axford. And this frigate. I think of these beams. Yeah, these beams are going to come around here and start blasting voxels. Okay, they're in range. They see it. Gamma sees them. She threw it on the brakes. She's backing up. She's got to get out of there. But I don't think she's going to be fast enough. She's also got a bad angle for this engagement because these Mark 64s can't directly up. So the voxels are going to have to rotate some for that to get in range. But the beams are turning. Yep, there they come. Ooh, rock beam defense, nice. So just a little bit of roasting there on the back. Oh, oh, she's gonna make it out. No way. Oh, it's getting closer. Oh, you gotta keep this voxel, dog. No, she's out of there. No beams. No beams required. Out of here. Good day, sir. No thank you, I am leaving. Fucking incredible. Meanwhile, the Vigilant taking a lot of RPF fire. Gamma now has a lock. And this ship is just gonna start taking a pounding. Ooh, some missiles going in too. Whoosh, and missing somehow. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Huh. Yeah, that's really weird. Why is my game sound not happening? Why am I not hearing these pops and noises and things? Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. Voxel team backing up while firing. They've managed to get a better angle, nose to target, and the Axfords are getting involved as well. That's a ton of firepower coming out of Gamma. I mean, that's 12,000 points. That's a whole true blue ANS death ball right there. Dragon's extremely clever maneuver here, being countered by Gamma's fucking jamming. Thank you. Oh, we even brought an interruption. That's right, the Vauxhall has an interruption jammer on it. Oh, yeah, he's gonna run into the Eratus, and the Eratus is gonna tear them apart. Let me out of here! Man, Gamma's got some good fucking ship names, by the way. Some real good ship names. Mad respect. What are these shooting at? I still think... Okay. Yeah, so this is the problem with the death ball when you're doing a setup like this. Solari's managed to sneak around here and grab Bravo, and Echo's also basically open. It could loop around the backside and under. Demonstrating it for Delta, so should be back on the lead soon. But problem is Dragon needs to have a points lead if he wants to do the like defensive surround and control thing. And he does not have a points lead, a cap lead, excuse me. Because by the time he gets the Solari down to Echo, the Axford group can be up on Charlie. And this team over here is just kind of trapped, because as soon as it pokes its nose out, now the Gamma knows that they're back there, they're just going to get volley fired by 450 and 250. I think these voxels are going to get on top of the Libertas and destroy it. Oh. It's always alarming when 450 HE is coming after a small ship. Obviously, it's not as effective as it is against larger ships, but small ships have so little HP. Yeah, that happens. Just a couple rounds and it's like, everything is on fire. Please stop fucking me. But boom, I think she's going to manage to get the Charlie cap as long as she keeps this thing dodging and moving. Firing the little 120s back. That's so adorable. Take that, scoundrel! And they miss anyways. Look at this team, though. This is going to come up there, and if the Libertas is still pointing at Charlie, the shoulders of giants deserving of a soft epilogue and the last arguments of kings will tear it apart. And yet it moves, man, it's 4 Axfords in this group. More beams! Missing! These voxels in good condition, but that might not last long. Nah, she's out of here, she's leaving. Oh, and these are gonna go right into that rock. Yeah. Yeah, there's about 200 points gone. Gamma has a immense cap lead.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. The Solarius managed to loop around and cap Echo, but Gamma's just stayed on the move and stayed one cap ahead of Dragon this whole time. It can then move to Alpha, at which point, yeah, these will be in trouble because they need to rotate around over here. But this fleet with the beams and the guns and the missiles are exerting pressure over Alpha and Delta and Echo. There's no real place, for these ships to go. The Say That We Were Brave could go over the map and then on to Bravo, but that would take a while, and I think the Eratus would probably notice it. I believe someone is getting beamed. Yeah, that's beams right there. Also some missiles, maybe? That might also be beams, though. It's kind of hard to tell the difference. Oh. I know what that is. That's a beam. Well, funnily enough, the nose of the voxel is the worst place to be, I think, with a beam, because it's just going to start knocking out thrusters, which is painful, but isn't that big of a deal. We got a little bit of a laser light show going on here. Some accuracy issues. Indeed. Trist is taking a lot of damage into that nose cone. With the 250 and the 450 fire, yeah, that beam's rated out. It's not going to be firing anytime soon. More hybrids coming in. I think those are going to get Auroraed, though. Yeah, look at all those Auroras. No fucks given. I need to offer to do one of these with Dragon and just bring like 3 ships loaded down with S2 spam. Just like 3 missile Solomons. That just sit on points and have nothing but S2s in them. God, that would be so fucking funny. He'd lose his mind. Libertas has managed to loop around the backside. He's capturing Delta, or will be here shortly anyways, once it gets inside that bubble. And there it is. Dragon's down 140 points, but he's got a real strategic advantage at this point. Look at that surround. This fleet doesn't have anywhere to go, but the flip side is they can concentrate their firepower very effectively and with a little micro. It's got the 250s going into the support frigs, and the 450s going after the Axford. Switch to HE or AP. Oh, a little bit of both, actually. That's a bit of a miss micro there. Ooh, the Voxel team finding the Solare. Gonna be able to kill it. They should be able to quickly, if they flank burn, head on to Alpha, cap it. And if she can cap Alpha, that's an easy cap on Bravo and Echo, since this whole Dragon's military force is concentrated around Delta, and he doesn't really have the raw speed. If he doesn't have enough things with speed to catch this armada of voxels and sprinters. Especially keeping the sprinters in close formation like this. Yeah, because the sprinters are just E-War and missile delivery devices, which is genius, and I'm gonna start doing this in my normal fleets, actually. I think this is exactly what my Axford fleet did. Well, he's already got a backpack. I don't know. I wouldn't really gel with the Axford. It would gel with destroyers, though. Maybe Voxels is the way. There's a Solare done. Dragon doesn't have any sprinters left on the map. The Eratus, I think, is making a play for Charlie, but it's going to take a while for it to get up there. Meanwhile, the girl who has everything is going to lead this team onto Alpha. And they could break up and half go to Echo and half go to Bravo for fast caps, but it'd probably be safer to slow roll them through all those points. Obviously, Gamma doesn't know for sure whether that spinner's dead, so she's still firing at it.
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
Oh, man. This thing's being torn apart. It's funny, sometimes in Nebulous, the clever strategic play is beaten by just run it down mid forehead, which is exactly what we're seeing here. I mean, Gamma's been clever with how she did this, but the core strategy itself is very simple, very straightforward. It's just more guns on target at a time than my opponent can dish out is gonna mean I win the gunfights. Away with your fairies is slowly dying. Oh, beam onto the shoulders of giants. But it's struggling to land. Beams have really not been working out for Dragon this game. Yeah, I think that more than anything else has screwed him, because there's a few hundred there's like probably 700 or 800 points tied up in beam delivery devices right now with the Axford and the destroyers, and it's just not paying for itself at all because of how the targeting is all fuckarood. And Dragon, in his anger, is now just burning his DDs out.
Secured Zone Dagger.
Axford's also having problems getting to target. Man, all of that, it's crazy how powerful beams are, because they fucking obliterate OSP ships in moments. But against the big beefy A&S ships, it takes a long time for them to cut through all of it.
The enemy is securing Zone Combat.
Oh my. Good hybrid strikes. Getting in close. The Libertas is going to get downed. But Gamma's main battle group here is getting torn to pieces by these beams.
We are contesting
And
Zone
Dragon's still got missiles as well. Libertas able to hop on the point and contest Delta. Is going to die for it, but it's definitely worth. Where's that CIC? It's up in the tower. Okay. No, Gamma. A little bit of a misplay there. She could have. Well, this is going. This is probably going to Cab Echo. Yeah, she could have busted those sprinters off and grabbed Bravo and Echo real easily. But she's trying to. She keeps trying to take the fight. which is understandable to a degree. But it's unfortunate because I think if she just sticks it on the cap game, she could take the W.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
This dragon is in kind of a bad spot, cap game wise, since he's all stuck over here. Yeah, just taking these two ships and mailing one to Bravo and one to Echo. I mean, obviously she doesn't know all the positions of Dragon's ships. There could be something defending this point. So she's being extremely cautious. But Libertas being torn to shreds up here. So much beam damage, just kind of wasted. This whole match has been like this. Imagine at this point, Gamma's getting a little exhausted. We're seeing the fleet movement slow down. It's real hard to micro at this intense level for a really long time. And Dragon's a lot more used to it than Gamma is. Damn, some more strong missile strikes coming in on that voxel team. And a beam! Oh my.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Gamma's capping Echo. She's going to be back in the cap lead again while maintaining a 50-point score lead. First capital mission kill. Oh, was that the Libertas being downed? Yeah. ANS v ANS is a whole nother beast. Oh, there's another one. And the lethality is going to quickly stack up because pretty much everything in this game is kind of bruised on both teams. Except for these voxels? Yeah, except for those voxels. Oh, shit. Radis chasing to Echo. It's pretty... I think he's going to realize that he's in trouble on the cap game front. But it's a little bit too late.
Secured zone eclipse.
Say that we were brave is going to be able to cap Bravo. And Gamma got Echo, and the Erratus can come down there and cap Echo, but it's going to take a while. And while that's here, it's not chasing the Say We Were Brave. Vigilance moving in, getting some walks for those beams to do their work.
The enemy is
God
securing
damn.
zone boxer.
Brutal with the red angling. That's 2 voxels killed in about 3-4 minutes. Mostly with beams. Aretta's taking a little crossfire from the 450 Axfords in the flank. Missing though, no lock. Probably a medium track quality. Bet you dollars has a front line in it. It's got a parallax actually. Get on ya. Ooh, there are those hits. Yeah, that's because it's a lock. And that means the pain is coming down the field. Glonk. Dragon's fleet is still just floating around Delta, kind of edging in and sawing off bits and pieces of Gamma's team. But it just can't kill enough fast enough. Because with the Bravo cap, Dragon's 4 capped. And Gamma's only 200 points out from the end. That's going to add up real quick. Gamma being very patient. Making Dragon do the hard work. Nah, you gotta come to me, motherfucker. I don't think any of them are cooking off. Oh, that is. It's gonna get repaired though. Yeah. It's just the Dance with Angels. I don't think I get a timer actually as a spectator. Yeah, I don't get a timer. That's lame. There it goes. Which is some moderate roasting onto the voxel. I don't think that's actually going to make much of a difference. Because so far what's done the most damage for Dragon is the beam. And it kind of doesn't care about armor. Baba Booey! That is pretty cool, Dragon, but it's just a little too little, a little too late. It's going to be able to get Alpha. He's probably going to be able to get Echo. But it's going to take a full minute for those caps to complete. And that's after once they get started. He's losing a voxel for the Alpha cap. The Invictus, yeah, these beam destroyers, they did a lot militarily, but they just weren't able to get the kill. This thing needs to like pounce on in there and start grabbing points. You do not have enough time, Hoss. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, is that he's just a little too passive.
The enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
This thing might get killed before it's able to finish its cap. If it does, that's game over immediately. It doesn't matter, it's already game over. See, Radis isn't going to be able to finish off the Away with Your Fairies fast enough. Yeah, in fact, the CIC is in very good condition. Players need to decide when the game is over for themselves. Things are a little different in these 1v1s. Yeah, Gamma. Pulling out the victory. It's funny, in the Coliseum Discord chat, they were talking about doing this fight, and Gamma said, Dragon 1v1, I'm gonna die, but... And she was also chuckling earlier about how she'd get dumpstered by him. But yeah, she wins it. Underdog, taking it! That was a great game! Gamma bursting into flames with excitement here. Alright, let's take a look at these ships. And the beams and the missiles doing everything for Dragon. He's just struggling with his raw gunfire. All of this did. The Eratus did a good job, but I think a lot of that was killing small ships. Yeah, just not a lot of damage coming out of Dragon, especially from the ballistics. Yeah, I think... Well, Dragon, well, that is fair to say. At the end of the day, you know about the beam aiming system being the way that it is, and you chose it. So... Gamma didn't risk that shit. She just went all in on the gun and a little in on the missiles. And it paid off. It really did. fucking incredible. Excellent showing from both players. Excellent showing. TDs need glasses. Yeah, Gamma's missiles were kind of worthless. Just correct. A lot of them missed, and those that didn't were cleaned up by Auroras. They're just not ANS v ANS missiles. Yeah, hard kill, hard kill, hard kill. Not expended. Not good! A lot of damage out of these gunfire, man. Super cool to see. And Gamma's fleet is in a much, much worse shape than Dragon's fleet. That's something else to consider here. Is Dragon's fleet is missing a couple small ships and one capital. And is mostly green across the board on the surviving ships. Green, green, yellow. Gamma has one ship in good health. It's an Axford. And that's kind of it. Everything else is beat the fuck up. Or tiny, or just dead. Yeah, and that's something else. She was doing a really, really good job with the jamming. ANS 1v1 12k. It's very interesting. A rematch? I'm down for a rematch. Okay, that's that. Can't let this stand. Dragon a little miffed, considering he is one of the best players out there, period. Alright, so we're gonna have a 2 out of 3 here in a second. And they're talking about titles in the Coliseum Discord. I keep trying to end this video, but people keep talking in chat, and it's distracting me. So, good video. Cool video. What did we learn? Cap game. Very important. What else did we learn? ANS for it is ANS. Still interesting, even in the OSP age. No doubt about that. What else did we learn? Beams are a fuck. Mazur, please. Gamma was also doing some good work on that, but it can be frustrating, painful to see. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to know what Discord stuff I'm talking about, the link for that's in the description. And I will see you in the battle space, dear viewer. Good night.